Hello again, it's Lisa from Lizzie's Creative Cabin with part 2 of the first double page spread of my Venice journal. Now I left you a couple of minutes ago, if you watched the other video, trying to work out what to do next. I've had a bit of a thought in between and I think I now know where we're going to put all the photos. So the first thing I've done off camera, a very small thing, is I've just folded that in half, added a paper clip to it with a bit of ribbon, and that can then open out. I can probably put a photo in there, but certainly some journaling. So let's leave that out for a minute. Right, first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to put the photos in here that I'm going to put in here, but they need cutting down. So I'm not going to put backing on these ones, I don't think, but I'm going to do the two from the room that we stayed in and the hotel lobby as well. Actually, what I could do is I could put those two back to back, couldn't I? That probably makes sense, but they need to be cut down to fit. So what I'm thinking is, if I take a little bit off, that way's okay, it's that way. I'll take a little bit off both ends. Again, I never measure anything, I just do it all freehand. What's that like? Yep, that's perfectly fine. So then if I stick these two together, and then I'll cut the other one down to this one, otherwise they'll be different sizes because I'm not measuring it. Like that. So let's have them the same way up, and what am I going to be cutting? Probably off the top really, rather than the bottom of that one. I'll tidy it. So let's do this bit first, so they both look the same. There we go. Perfect. It was a lovely hotel actually. It was right on the Grand Canal, overlooking. We had two windows at the front, one here and one here, and they overlooked the Grand Canal. It was absolutely beautiful, and that, as I said, was the view at night. Anyway, I've got these ones of the view during the day. It was absolutely beautiful. That's the same view. And then this one as well. Doesn't have to be the same as those identical because it's not stuck together, but at least it gives me an idea of how much I've got to cut off. There we go. So they should all fit in there. There we go. The other thing I've got is a couple of little bits here that I'm going to want to stick on. This is off a old map of Italy that I'd got, which I bought for a previous journal, my Rome and Florence and Pisa Pompeii journal, which was two different trips, but I did them in the same journal. And I'd still got this little bit left that had got Venice on it because we didn't go to Venice. It wasn't the same area. I'm thinking of sticking that there. If I stick it like that, I'll still be able to open that. And I think it looks quite nice. So let's do that. I'll just stick that side of it. There, what do we think? Yeah, that'll do. Fine. Always try and remember to put my lid on that Prit because it dries out really quickly. The other thing I've got is this, which I made myself, and I tend to do this with my journals where we're abroad, is if it's a simple flag, which it is with like France or Italy, you can just make some little hearts of the flag to put in your journal. And I've made them different sizes, but the way that I do it is I get a piece of white paper, and then I just get the colours of the flag like this, and I just do some stripes and then I cut the flag, the heart out after that. I've tried to do it the other way, where I cut out the heart first. Then it's quite difficult to get the right spacings on the stripes for some reason. I'm thinking of putting that there. What do we think? Just there. Nice little gap there, or down here. I might put something else there actually. I was thinking of putting a photo there. So if I just stick that there, like this. Have it over the top. Yep, I think I will. There we go. It's going to stay open most of the time anyway. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to put that underneath. There we go. Lovely. Move it up a little bit. That's it. Right. Now, yeah, I think, what should we put there? Should we put the picture of the hotel? Perhaps sort of like that. It's too big, but I could cut the ends off. It's not a problem. If I cut the ends off, if I cut it about there, let's have a look, and then put a white edging on it. Should we give that a go? Do you know, I really, really wish I'd done this for a lot longer than I've been doing it, because I've had so many fantastic trips on holiday over the years abroad. I'm 60 now, so I've had a lot of lovely holidays all over the world, and didn't really, particularly when I was younger, spend a lot of time documenting it, you know, even with the photos really. I mean, it was before we had camera phones to the extent that we've got them now. So I really wish I'd done it a bit more. Look at that, that's quite nice there, doesn't it? And you can see the comparison between the painting and the real hotel. The hotel had got paintings of the hotel all the way through it. Every wall had got paintings of the hotel on it. Right, let's have a look. See what I mean about not sticking them completely down all the way around, because then you can tuck things in. There. Yep, I like that. So, got that. I can do a bit of journaling there, and then we've got this, which will go in there. I just chopped the top off it so that the logo and the title was higher up, because I didn't want it to stick right out across this photo. So it'll be sort of like that, so you can still see it, with a bit of gold ribbon on it. That's dull gold ribbon as well, which I love. It's very close to this. So like that. So it will have, or it could just have journaling on it, but I'm thinking, since though I've got so many photos, let's try and work out where all the photos are going. So here I have got some photos of the courtyard outside the hotel as you came in off of the alleyway, and you can see there's another sort of model of the hotel there. I'm thinking perhaps these could go into this tuck spot that we've created there, like that. And then I have got here, that's the boat that we took from the airport, to and from the airport, from the island. And here I've got the views from the hotel room. Well, this one's not from the hotel room, this is from the jetty. This is the bar of the hotel. I'm not convinced I need that one actually. These two are actually pictures that were views from our hotel room. This is a shutter in our hotel room. It had some lovely old wooden shutters with some gorgeous ironmongery on it. So they're the views from the hotel room. They might be quite nice on here. How am I going to do that? Because of course it's folded and these are bigger than that. That's not going to work, is it? Unless I do them like that. still leaves a little bit of room for journaling, doesn't it? I haven't got an awful lot to say. It's just the hotel, really, on this page. So perhaps if I did that, I won't need to put backing on these because it's a white background. So let's stick these on here. I think the problem is you could spend forever trying to work out where you're putting these things. And in reality, hardly anybody is ever going to see your journals apart from you when you want to look back through them, or potentially your family after you've gone. I don't like to sound morbid really, but I mean, it's true. So don't worry too much about where you're putting things, because if you like it and you're not bothered about it, then that's all that matters. Right. Let me move that out of the way because that will go over the top of the photo. Let's put that back on. There. Fantastic. So that works really well. You pull that out, you've got some photos, and I can journal about those photos. Perfect. That can go back in there. And then now these need to go on some white paper. And then we'll cut these out. Also, when you've backed them onto white paper like this, the happy sort of accident from that, if you like, is that you have then got a nice piece of plain paper that you can journal on that's left behind when you've done that. Whereas you can't really, you can journal on the back of a photo, but it doesn't look so nice, does it? Let's face it, as journaling on a nice piece of paper. Part of me is thinking, should I have even done this? Should I just backed them up next back to back and not had that journaling space? Because I think I'm going to have far too much journaling space on here, I guess. Perhaps I should have just done that, look, and put it in like that. It's not too late. I can still stick them together if I want to. Let's have a think. Let's think back to what journaling space I've got. So I've got that a tiny bit on there. I've got a bigger bit on there. I've got this bit here. I'm not going to actually, in reality, have anything to journal on those, am I? So I might as well stick them together. I think the best way to do it actually is to take one of these pieces of paper off, having stuck it on. Let's do that. And just stick that photo on here. So it doesn't matter if you change your mind or you make a mistake, you can change it, it's fine. There. Lovely. So that can go there. I don't think I'm going to put this photo in then after all of that. Let's leave that out. So let's see, where are we? That goes there. Now I've got this space here which I'm not sure about. I could use this photo of the boat perhaps. Again, it's too much stuff on there that's not the boat, I think. Let's think about this. I could tuck it in there like that. Stick it down and make it look like it's tucked in, but have it stuck down. Let's think about that. Shall we take this end off? Sometimes I cut these photos up and then I think, oh, I wish I'd not done that. But that's when my selfie printer comes into play, because I can print them off again. These are all printed from free prints, but let's chop that off there. The other thing I've not done on these photos, which I tend to do a lot, and I haven't done, I never thought about it, was to use my corner punch to round off the corners. I may do that. on other pages, but now I've made the decision not to do it here, I might not. Although, I tell you what, let's do it. Let's do it on this one, just because we can. Oops, that went on the floor. There. Done that. Now, let's get this on a bit of white paper as well. Like that. And then I'll cut that out, and then I'll round the corners on that as well. That's not very straight, is it? That's annoying. Let's chop that off. You can also back your photos onto anything. You could back them onto book paper, music paper, doesn't matter. You can back it onto anything you like. That, I mean, that looks quite nice, doesn't it, actually? To have a bit of book paper on there stuck behind that. What do we think? The thing is, you lose that though if you put too much in there, but let's have a look. But let's round these corners off first, because otherwise I will forget and I will stick it in. That's not very good, is it? Not working very well at the moment. But you can always go back to it with the scissors and just tidy it up. Hope you can see okay. As I say, this is my first journal with me video, and I could be completely off the page, off the screen, and you could be sitting at home shouting at me, "You're off the screen, you silly woman." Right, so if we put that there, do you know what? I wish I'd cut it down a bit further now. I'd rather it was just sticking out a little less, sort of more. Hang on, I'd rather it was sort of like that, but you can still see the boat, but never mind. Let's do it like that. Down a bit. What do we think? Bit of music, bit of sheet music on there. Don't know. No, we've already got some, we don't need it. I mean, I might put something else there in a minute. Let's stick this down. The other thing about not covering the back of everything with lots and lots of sticky tape, as well as the fact that you can tuck things in it, is that you can, of course, use less tape, which will save you money. Shall we do that on an angle, or should we do it straight? I mean, everything about this is telling me to do it straight, but I always like it to feel like everything's just fallen onto the page. And if you do it skew whiff a bit like that, then it looks more natural, doesn't it? Right, what else? What else? So we've got all the photos in here now. We've got all the places that we can do the journaling. We've got all of the ephemera that we had. We've put in some map, an Italian flag. We have got a poem. I've got the stickers. Should we put a sticker on? For example, I'm thinking this one here could go sort of there, couldn't it? Let's peel it off. Can always put it back if I decide against it. What are we thinking? Oh, I quite like that. I think that works quite well there. Yep, let's leave that there. I've got 2, 4, 6 left, and I've got 8 pages. So I may or may not use them. I don't know. We'll see. Right, how's that looking? Okay, I'm just going to plug, which I have forgotten to do, and it is essential for this next bit. I'm going to plug in my hot hot glue gun over there because we're going to stick this on, and this does need the hot glue gun. It's uneven, it's curled up. I hate using the hot glue gun, I will tell you now. Excuse me, because I always burn my fingers, and I don't know why. Everybody I seem to watch doing videos on the internet always seems to be able to touch the glue and push it down and everything's fine. With me, I can't do it. It burns me. Even on a lowish setting, it burns. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. The chances are, when we come to the next video, when I do the next page, I may well have come back to this and done other stuff on here. I'm not going to journal while you're on video because that's pretty boring, isn't it, to watch me writing in it? But you can see where I'm going to be doing the writing. But I may put other things on here that suddenly strike me when I'm doing the journaling, because it's still, to me, I like to have a messy page. I do like to have a messy page, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure this has got enough on it. I'm a maximalist. I'm a maximalist in the way I decorate my interiors. I'm a maximalist when it comes to journaling as well. Right, let's have a look, see if this is hot enough yet. No, not yet. Right, okay, so let's have a think then. Anything else we can do? I don't think I'm missing anything. If there's anything you think I should put on here and you are watching this video, comment, because I can always come back to it, and we learn from each other, don't we? I've got this little piece here actually, which I really like. That's while we're waiting for the glue to warm up. Let's do the edges. I don't like white edges, drive me mad. Even if it's not particularly, that's a bit of a straight edge there, even if it's not particularly vintagey looking journal or whatever, I still don't like white edges particularly. That's better. Great, let's put that back over there. Now, what could we do with this? Could stick it there. I don't see it very much, but it's better than that, isn't it? And I'm still not convinced I need all of this journaling space I've given myself, because really I only want to say a few little things. And if I did run out of space, could always, let's do the corners, I could always add in some more paper somewhere. Just use a tiny corner bit on this just to take the hard edged corner off. There, what do we think? I've got so many colours, pictures of Venice to go in here that have come out the various magazines I've got. I might colour that in as well. What do you think? What have we got? Let's try this. No, it's not going to work, is it? Because it's actually, it's shiny, and this is a Tombow pen, and it's not going to, I mean, it will potentially take some of the colour, but why has it done that there? It's taken it much better there for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh, no, don't like that. Don't like that at all, but I've done it now. Thinking I might do something else with it. Well, at least we've decided I'm not journaling on it now. Let's stick that in anyway. I will come back to it and see if I can improve that. Actually, once that's dry, Might be better. Right. The thing about journaling as well is it's really good playtime, isn't it? You can just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep coming back to things and adding and adding. Right, let's see. Is this hot? It is hot. I think I need a new glue gun because... Ooh, sorry, I've just knocked the camera. With my big head, I think I might need a new glue gun because this one is just leaks everywhere all the time. Okay, now let's get this one. Oh, look at that. Chop the top off. Let me use my fabric scissors actually. Oh, see, told you, ow. Look at that. Really pleased with that. So, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. On the next video, before I start it, I will come back to this and show you it again if I've put anything else in it, but just to show you the outcome of whatever I do with this and whatever we do with the journaling if I need any more places for journaling. But until then, thank you for watching and goodbye.